Uh,
Hello, welcome to our latest episode of That's Fair Podcasting. I'm your host, Matt.
It's your boy DJ Skinny Penis.
oh my fucking god.
And welcome back to this episode.
Leave it, we're leaving it. And
Leave it.
And who do we have?
I can't even follow that up.
Okay, well, we're going to discuss some haunted forests and Llorona, some unnatural weirdness, so stay tuned.
Featuring DJ Sad Slong.
Into this segment, we're going to talk about a few things, just some weird shit,
Sure.
I guess.
I mean,
you call it.
Like DJ Skinny Penis.
Forever and always, you know?
What's your name tonight?
Oh, DJ Skinny Penis.
And you are?
I guess I'm DJ Sad Schlong.
No, I think that's got to be like trademarked or copywritten or something.
Sad Schlong?
No, DJ Skinny Penis.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely all over your forehead, bro.
Okay.
That's tatted.
Anyway, we are going to discuss some haunted forests, like some two big ones, like it's called the Aokigahara, some shit in Japan.
Oh, this is that suicide island.
Aokigahara forest in Japan. Yeah, suicide forest. And then in Romania, there's the Hoya forest.
Okay.
Okay. And then we kind of want to go into Llorona.
I remember I believe it was what was that one you said? Japan, right?
Yeah, it's
There was like
Aokigahara.
Yeah, like
Aokigahara forest.
Do you remember that story like with the Paul brothers, like Logan Paul,
Yeah.
the fuck,
yeah.
right?
Logan Paul got
And
in
there
a lot
was
of trouble.
there was they were shooting. I think it was that forest. I'm not for sure.
It was.
But yeah, they were there. They were filming because like everybody knows it is like the suicide forest or whatever. Right?
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Trigger warnings, by the way. You know.
Yeah, trigger warning suicide.
But
Ron Burgundy.
Allegedly, like they like in the video while they were recording, it was said that like people were like noticing like there was a body, like in the background of their video or some shit.
Yeah.
And they didn't even know about it or something.
Yeah, no, they're like, well,
Or it was staged, or who knows?
No,
but, like,
there's
like,
definitely bodies all over that forest, so you can just walk in and fucking see. Like people did, like people start like there's like videos and pictures of like people with like their skin melting off and shit like that because they've been up there like hanging
for so long or
yeah,
something.
and like
Jesus.
he was apparently making jokes about the people having like committed suicide there.
I see.
Well, so, just to tell you real quick, in 2003, 105 bodies would be found in the forest. 2002, they would find 78, and upwards to 2010, there were 54 confirmed trigger warning suicides, as well as 200 attempts. And as of 2011, they were able to see that they were these trigger warning suicides were drug overdoses and or hangings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people did hang themselves. There was actually a horror movie about it.
Yeah, it's called The Forest.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then they even have a sign now at the entrance to one of the entrances to the forest, basically saying that, again, trigger warning, if you have suicidal thoughts, seek help. Do not take your own life in this forest and whatnot. But yeah, bodies are found in this forest, man.
I
Google the Romanian forest that we're talking about, because it's fucking spooky, dude.
Okay.
Hoya?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it reminds me. I saw this. It was like they were. I don't know if they were edited pictures or not, but I don't know why I just thought about this. But it was like an attempt on suicide or whatever is a fine up to like $2,000.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what it reminded me of.
They said that if you attempt to commit suicide, you can be fined or sentenced to death.
Yeah. It was like kind of beat you to it. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I don't understand is how suicide's a crime.
I don't get that either.
Let's say, trigger warning, kill myself. Am I going to jail?
Well, no. Here's the thing though. It's like the reason why like I don't know, but it's also bad in religion too. But like per some religions, anyways. But no, what like
that's a whole other can of worms.
That is a whole other can of worms. But anyways, no, like it's I lost my fucking train of thought of where I was.
Well, when I was originally telling you that trigger warning, suicide is a crime, and you were talking about how yes, in some religions is bad,
and so like just in general, it's like, how can you charge somebody with not wanting to be around? You know what I mean? I like, and the way I see it is like it's probably our government's like, hey, that's a serial number you just took off of somebody that's gonna pay our fucking wages.
You're taking our dollars, man.
Yeah, they're like, all right, great.
I need you alive. I need your taxes, bitch.
Yeah, like great. Now we have to fucking increase taxes in that state. You know, it's gotta be something. They have to have some sort of fucking reason behind it.
Let's be realistic. We only matter to our government because we can make them money. We are taxed. We are the little worker bees.
Fucking bled out, ringed out.
I think
I'm gonna sound like one of those hippies, man. Fuck the man.
I feel like all politicians should make their average U.S. or like state income, and like I'm talking like low average. You know?
Oh, like you got to be a part of the people.
Yeah, like 45,000. Like your neighbors. You know, your neighbor. You need to be neighbors with the people that voted for you. Okay, like you don't get to sit above the people that voted for you.
True.
Just because we fucking voted for
and
you.
We hope that you listeners truly find this haunted forest scary.
Yeah.
So listen, we're talking about government.
Sorry. I don't know. We trailed off a little bit.
Oh no, it's no. I'm just giving you.
No, I'm just saying though. It's like I think. But
what is
the Hoya Forest in Romania?
Hoya.
That one. It's Hoia. The legend states that it's a hotbed of paranormal activity. Like massive paranormal activity. And there's a clearing in the forest that only grass can grow in. Like there's no trees, there's no foliage or anything, just grass.
And this is how the trees grow, dude. Like,
what the
the trees are fucking hella weird, right? Like
there's a little grass patch.
Yeah. That's like
nothing grows. Yeah.
Where the Earth's bald spot.
Yeah.
Oh, but, those trees are funky, man.
Like what if that's like the center of our, like some people.
And on the YouTube video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. We will have images of this, by the way.
So some people think that this is like the impact point
of
the fucking meteorite that took out the dinosaurs and shit, just based on the way it grew.
No, that was closer to the Gulf of Mexico though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that, because we did one where what was it? What would happen if an asteroid that size hit in the same area? And that was literally closer to the United States. That was like, I want to say in the Gulf of Mexico, maybe.
I don't know. Those trees are weird, man.
Yeah, but like look at these fucking trees, dude. Like,
they could
grow real weird.
But they say that in that bald spot, more or less, that clearing that only grass grows, that's where a lot of paranormal activity is seen, and even UFOs they say is seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say that there's a lot of claims of UFO sightings and ghostly sightings, and there's a legend that legend has it, a shepherd had over 300 sheep and all disappeared around that clearing, just vanished.
Really?
Yeah, that is another local legend. A girl disappeared in this forest. Another local legend, by the way.
Okay.
A girl disappeared in this forest, disappearing completely, reappearing 5 years later in the exact same clothing.
What?
Wow. Yeah, like seriously, that's another local legend in the Hoya Forest.
Okay.
Local legend. Okay, legend. It doesn't necessarily mean it's factual. Yeah, she disappeared and then just 5 years later reappeared, almost as if it was just some time glitch or something.
Ghost Adventures has a.
Yeah, they went through the.
Damn, I'm trying to remember because.
Oh, there was some of those ghost hunters filming shit there. They claim that especially in the clearing, they claim that your batteries drain in your phones and your cameras and shit.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. I think it's a magnetic field.
I was gonna say, my main thought, the way those trees look too, like something's got to be like
pushing them away.
Something's got to be because the way that they grow, like the ones that I saw, like
it's only at a certain point. It goes straight up.
Yeah, like it'll come up like this and then circle out.
If you look at the forest, not all trees are that way, but it is an area.
Like I understand that like nature's gonna grow however it's gotta grow, but that shit that doesn't even look real.
It's too consistent.
Yeah,
it's too, and there was like another thing they say that spirits or hauntings like ghosts and whatnot, they're made of energy, so that will sap your energy from your phone too. That's like supposed to take batteries and shit, you know, if you believe that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well,
And then what were you saying
Romania.
about Vlad the Impaler?
Oh, a lot of people think that there's spirits that roam the forest due to Vlad the Impaler's reign and shit.
That in
Super
Romania?
interesting. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I want to say it was.
Yeah,
he was
Transylvania.
yeah, Transylvania.
Oh, okay.
You know who Vlad the Impaler is? That's where they got the original idea for Dracula. Vlad Dracula, the Impaler.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
he was the son of the dragon, is what it was supposed to be. Like, and just go watch the newer version of the movie. It's super interesting, and it's called Dracula Untold.
Good movie.
It is
really.
a phenomenal
Really
movie.
good movie.
Yeah, I actually really liked it. And so he's more or less like he was in the movie. They claim it's like the son of the dragon, and then there's Nosferatu, is who I believe he meets in the fucking tower that gives him the power.
I don't know the
To
whole
become-
legend behind Nosferatu.
Yeah, and so I want to say he meets him in the tower, and like this is like he fucking passes it on to him in the movie or some shit like that, and that's how he becomes Dracula. But so if you don't know anything about Vlad the Impaler, Mark, do you? Or no? Okay, so Vlad the Impaler was
Murderous.
infamous for taking his enemies and putting them on stakes throughout an entire battlefield. He would take like all these men and shove them up on stakes. Like you can find like images depicting of like what it would talk about.
Oh, I've seen pictures
And
of
they
this guy
say
before.
he's the original Dracula.
Yeah. I've
Vlad
definitely
the
seen.
Dracula.
So I don't know. I think it's pretty crazy. And like occasionally he would just leave.
Oh.
He would leave a couple people behind.
That's a crazy.
Here, let me see it. Yeah, that one's wild.
Mhm.
Yeah, so he would occasionally leave people behind to tell the story.
That's insane.
Like it's.
I mean, you don't get the
pretty
name
violent.
Vlad the Impaler if you're not impaling.
But the whole folklore of Dracula. Who wrote Dracula? Was it Bram Stoker?
Oh,
Can you figure
Mark,
that out?
Google it.
Who author of Dracula? I want to say Bram Bram Stoker. Is that him?
Bram Stoker, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Why do you just know
I
that?
don't know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying.
fucking weird.
I say you have useless knowledge, and I'm dropping
Yeah,
that in.
man.
But he wrote Dracula, but he bases the origin of Dracula on Vlad the Impaler,
Okay.
because that's why he's Vlad Dracula.
I see.
Right.
I
And then
gotcha.
that's
Okay,
the whole folklore behind Dracula.
Nosferatu came out after Dracula.
Okay, so Dracula would be the origin of vampires. Ooh,
Dracula
by the way,
was
I
the
was
forefather
thinking
of Nosferatu.
what we're gonna do next time we all get together.
Mhm.
We have to do the 4 segments because I'm gonna do the 4 segments of October for Halloween. We're gonna do like the origins of vampires and like certain monsters. And
Okay,
shit.
Where they came
okay.
from and
Yeah.
shit. So like,
That's almost spooky.
okay, so it's super confusing then they need to. I need to rewatch Dracula Untold because I really want to figure out like how this vampire was to be without. I'm assuming that it was like I want to say in the movie that it says it's a man cursed by the devil, and like he has an insatiable lust for blood and shit like that, and that was his curse, and then that's how Dracula became about, because Dracula was this creature was confined to a cave until Dracula killed somebody. Or Vlad killed somebody and took
the
their
first
blood.
vampire was born.
Yeah.
But and also the folklore behind it too. Not Bram Stoker's, mind you, but other folklore behind the origin of the vampire is like someone wishing for immortality going to a witch, like a high-powered witch, and the witch granted him immortality, but there had to be a side effect. You can only have immortality if you drink blood, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, like Oprah,
Like who?
Oprah.
Oprah?
And Tom Cruise.
You get the blood. You get the blood. Everybody gets the blood.
I mean, he did jump up and down on her couch, so I'm sure they probably shot up a little bit before they went out there.
What the fuck are you going on about?
He's Tom Cruise when he jumped up on Oprah's couch because he was talking about just getting with Katie Holmes, and he was Tom Cruise is a weird.
Tom Cruise
fucking
was
guy.
like what, in his fucking late 30s, early 40s, and he was obsessing over like a teenager.
Oof.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is a fucking weird duck.
That's an L, brother.
Oh yeah, he was jumping up and down on the couch, was like, I'm in love with her, and Oprah was like, yeah. Wow. Because Oprah was probably like, oh yeah, we just drank a couple vials of her blood. I love her too.
Ooh, damn.
Fuck Oprah.
Okay.
Anyways.
Ow, Jesus. God damn, easy.
I hit my knee.
Everything good?
Yeah, everything's
We
kosher.
are experiencing earthquake. Earthquake Myles.
My bad.
Magnitude 0.4.
Yeah, that's the only research I really did on Hoya Forest, though.
Yeah.
But like, there's a lot of local legends. I was watching this one older couple. They went in a few years ago on November 1st. They were gonna do it on Halloween night, but they were too scared to because of all the legends and stories they heard of the forest. So they did it during the day. Of course, they didn't have anything. I mean, and don't get me wrong, those ghost hunter shows I think are fake as fuck. I think that they're entertaining, but they're bullshit.
I think a lot of the episodes are bullshit, but there have been a couple episodes where even I was like,
See,
oh.
I thought that way too, right?
I think that if people really, really were communing with the dead, there would be a bigger deal, and then that would be a bigger life to answer. You'd have a bigger answer to death. People are like, oh my God, then we really can commune. I think it's bullshit.
I believe in coincidence, right?
Play with a Ouija board.
But then again, it's like...
See? Pussy.
I think...
Oh, it's not pussy. It's just bullshit.
I think that there is some kind of like... Even if the standard is low, you know? There is still like a way to like... Even halfway scientifically be like, okay, maybe like... Because they don't fucking know.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, how can you be so definitively sure? So I think like a lot of the shows are just like, yeah, I guess. Like, they just guess their way through the entire show. Like,
don't you think,
like,
though, that if they really communed with the dead, that there would be a bigger deal about it and people would be more apt to want to actually communicate with the dead if it was actually proven?
And they do.
I mean...
I think so.
I don't know, like some photos are like pretty crazy and throw me off and shit like that. Like I was like looking at the stuff like it was like 15 weirdest things captured on Mount Everest. And like one of them was this fucking footprint like bigger than my fucking water bottle, and it was like super wide and shit. And it was just one footprint that they found. And then like another one was there's this picture of this dude. I don't know if it's a dude, so I'm just using this as a neutral reference here. So, walking up the mountain and shit, and just right next to him is a silhouette of somebody and it's like a perfect picture.
Sure.
And like, I mean, like obviously it could have been doctored. It looks like a pretty old fucking photo.
See, I think it's big when, like, I don't know if you guys have, but like if you've ever had like an experience spiritually or something, right? I think it goes back to the whole alien theory where it's like, okay, if you've seen it, who's going to believe you if you don't have actual evidence? You know what I mean?
Like, what Myles was talking about is like a lot of unexplained shit. And there is a lot of stuff out there unexplainable that I cannot count out. So don't get me wrong.
What would you assume then?
Well, on things that I can't explain, I don't assume. Because I can't assume because I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm ignorant if I can assume one way or another. But to me, these ghost hunting shows and all these ghost pictures and shit, the second you can put a definition on it, I'm calling bullshit.
Well, I think another term too is not a term, but like it's all for show at some point.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And I think it's just a matter of like I watched a lot of Ghost Adventures. I still do. I like the show.
Oh, yeah,
I really do.
No,
I'll
good,
go keep watching it sometimes.
Yeah, keep watching.
But it is one of those things where it's like you get like the dud ones, you know, where it's like, they maybe got like a couple pieces of evidence or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
But then it's like, at least they are, the way I look at it is like, at least they have the time and like money and equipment or whatever, allegedly, to like actually go out and like do what people don't want to do. And that's to like find like quote unquote evidence.
Me and Mandy and my sister Lisa and her husband Garrett, we called ourselves the Graveyard Toads.
Nice.
The reason we did that is because we'd go ghost hunting.
Sure.
We had EVPs. We had like the night, like the cameras and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And what we did is we'd talk, and the EVPs, you had to make a rule. You do not whisper. You talk in a normal tone, because if you whisper, it can make people think they're hearing something from beyond. Never whisper, okay?
Yeah.
Now, we did this, and the reason we called ourselves the Graveyard Toads is because we went to the Orchard Mesa Cemetery, and we had a weird fucking night. Now, unexplainable stuff that made me realize that maybe there could be something, okay? But I still can, there's always a rational side of me. But anyway, the reason we call ourselves the Graveyard Toads is because we found this toad in the cemetery. Anyway, long story short, that's why. So we were in the graveyard. That's where that whole name came up. Anyway, we have the EVP. And then it was the 5-year anniversary of this girl named Taylor Erica Moore, who was, she had drowned at Lake Powell in like 2003. Well, this is 2008. Now, she must have had a pretty well-off family or something, because they had this marble bench, and she had a fancy grave.
Yeah.
Said she was a gymnast and shit. Right? Well, all of a sudden, you can hear what sounded like someone doing some weird shit in the rocks next to it. We're all four standing there, and it literally sounded like you could literally compare it to someone doing a
cartwheel or something.
Yes,
like
and it was
another
fucking
rock
weird.
Like,
yes. And then playful, it didn't happen to me, but I saw it happen to Lisa. This playful pebble, not thrown hard, hit Lisa in the leg. There's no one else out there. We looked over the fence because it was close to the fence. We looked all around. And then we were on the EVP. We're going by these graves of this old one. And Garrett goes, is there a Donald nearby? Because he's reading these graves. And there was this couple buried side by side. And you can literally hear in a clear whisper. No one whispers in this. We're not allowed to whisper. You can clearly hear the words, I love you. Just plain as day. That was the weirdest fucking night. I've had 2 things happen that night that I can't explain. That's it though.
One of the most definitive videos for me ever that like really fucking threw me off was this dude was like it was like a couple Mexican dudes out in California. They started their own YouTube page doing it and shit. And like he lays down in this dude's fucking grave and his fucking shirt gets yoinked up and then shoots back down. Oops, sorry. And it scares the shit out of him to the point where he's like scrambling out of the fucking grave.
I'd see the fuck out too.
See, I'm kind of like, I don't know the word. I'm not very like.
You're skeptic.
Yes.
You're in between.
And the big thing for me is like, don't get me wrong. Like, I want to believe, I guess, because like again, like there's like I've never experienced anything so drastic. Because like I feel like I'm the type of person. I know I've said this before. Where like if I were to see a ghost, like there's no way I'd forget about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, like, my big thing is like, well, another thing that I kind of, believe in, I guess, is the fact that, like, I don't know if I fully believe in just, like, a ghost. Like, I die right now, and, like, I just go to, like, I believe you have to be, like, lost and or attached to something in order, because I don't believe that ghosts are just, like, people. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, there's gonna be more involved in, like, you just wandering around.
Yeah.
Fucking with people and shit.
Like,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Some people,
like, why wouldn't you want to either go to
that's the theory.
lesser
Like,
more?
some people don't realize they're dead, and so they just continue their routine, not realizing they're continuing.
Like Bruce Willis.
Death echoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't fucking know he's dead the whole movie?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
So like, I know this isn't going to work for our viewers or our listeners, but I'm going to show you guys this video really quick of this guy getting his shirt pulled up. And like, I just want you guys to kind of watch this and review, like he's just sitting down here and he's chilling and watch this shit. Boop, right there goes his shirt.
Right.
That's weird.
Like, it looked like somebody just snatched that shit straight up. And like, that one for me was like,
because that's actually a good video. Like we were talking about with the whole aliens and shit, like
it's always a blurry ass video.
Grainy as hell, like you can't see, like it like skips like frames and
but
shit.
you ever notice though that like when you're watching certain videos, it's just your first question is, no, why the fuck did he have this video camera pointed in that random ass area?
Well, the ones that really get me.
So the whole reason, I'm sorry to interrupt here, but the whole reason that he had that camera on him in that area is that's because they were.
Well, that I understand.
Yeah.
Because they're filming for ghosts, but but
See,
again, also optics. I mean, there are ways to fuck with that. I'm not saying that that's what it was, but there are ways to fuck with that.
But like, if you look at his shirt, it doesn't look like a string pulled it up or anything like that. It looks like a whole ass hand ripped into it and grabbed it. But like, at the same time, somebody could have filmed it with a green screen shirt on.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Fucking shirt.
There's always a what if. There's never anything so definitive that it gives you a reason to believe.
And the ones that get me are the ones that are like super obvious. You know what I mean? Like there was this one guy I saw where, like, think about it. Like, doors keep flying open here, right? Like at some point in time, like you're gonna be like, guys, I'm not fucking crazy. Watch this, right?
Right.
And like the ones that really get me are like the people who just fucking live with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's what makes me feel like it's so real.
Yeah, no, like there's like a British couple that records everything that happens in their house, and like it's some of the most wild fucking responses and shit. Like there's so much fucked up shit that happens in the house, and then there's like this one where this lady was sitting in her house. And she's on the phone with she's calling her husband. She goes, "Hey, I don't know like what the fuck the smell is in the house, but you need to get home and fucking figure it out." Like she's like, "It smells like fucking rotten eggs." So she's
but that's also according to Christian belief the sign of the devil.
Sulfur. And next thing you know, all of the fucking crosses in her house fucking flipped upside down. And fucking like
that's some Amityville horror.
Yeah,
shit.
Like the lights in her house started flickering and shit. Like I watched the video. It's a fucking video, but like I said again, it's a video.
So much can be documented.
Yeah.
Like there was a thing where this guy was supposed to be this medium where he could commune with ghosts and shit.
Yeah,
and it was just 2 houses away from the house where Sharon Tate and was murdered by the Manson family, like those 5. And It was so full of shit. This guy is so full of shit. I would like love to go to LA and knock on his door and tell him, you are so fucking full of shit. Like if you watched it, my boy Scott on tape, who gave us a holler.
Yeah.
It scared him a little bit, but I just like, man, this guy, like, okay, he conveniently keeps leaving the room at a certain time when shit happens. Like, go fuck off.
Yeah. So
I don't know. It's tough too because like imagine being like an actual medium. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like nobody's ever gonna believe you like entirely. You know what I mean? I feel like you'd have to have like, well, because that's the thing too is like say like you did like a reading for like if Myles was a medium and he did a reading for us, like he knows us well enough to be like, oh yeah, like your uncle just died. Like I know his name. Like he's talking to you. Like or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what makes it tough. Like you would have to go in completely blind.
Like when you see
like believable.
Yeah, like some of these mediums when they're sitting there talking to somebody, like you have sibling, you have a sibling, and then they're like,
yeah, I do. I had one.
Like, I'm picking up. Was it your sister? And you're like, no, it was your brother, right? Brother. Okay, we're on the right track. All right, I'm getting a.
Is that A B C D E?
Tell me what it is.
Take it all the way down to L. Like L? Larry,
I picked it up. Yeah. And then, can I see your brother's ID really quick? Oh, thank you.
Oh, his name's Jonathan.
Yes, that's the one. That's Jonathan. What I'm talking
to. Yeah, he came to me yesterday and he didn't say his name, but he left a message.
Like those ones are goofy as shit. Like you guys remember Chris Angel, right? He's like, give me.
You're telling me your mind wasn't freaked, bro?
Oh, okay, my mind was freaked as a little kid, man.
There's a Hollywood medium that is so motherfucking full of shit. Like Bobby Brown, who was once married to Whitney Houston. He claims he didn't know anything about Bobby Brown's past, and he's holding Bobby Brown's hand or something, and he's like, wait, you lost a wife and a daughter? Dude, he's a fucking... You know who he is, you fucking idiot, you liar. And I just like to point out, I did no research. I had no idea you were married to Whitney Houston.
Yeah, like nobody fucking knows who's married.
But conveniently, he's a Hollywood medium, and he doesn't fucking know.
Yeah,
so full of.
He's just like an unglamored paparazzi, dude.
It was like he literally shows up to this dude's house and he's like, "Here's the fucking deal. I made a joke one time and it took off really fucking well. Now I'm stuck with it. So go along. So you had a wife." Like
so fucking stupid.
Like just completely changes demeanor. Like,
speaking of ghosts, Hispanic culture with the Llorona.
Oh yeah.
You know that it's supposed to be based on a real woman who was named Rosalia, who was murdered by her husband. I mean, the folklore was that she drowned her kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then she weeps by the river.
Yeah. And then like, but there's
how fucking narcissistic, by the way. First of all, like. She killed her own kids and then made it about her.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, okay.
Oh, but no, I miss them now. Like,
like there's like one of the episodes. One of the first episodes of Supernatural is like that.
Yeah, but based on the woman in white.
I don't want to be just talking shit because I don't know if this is real or not. But like, I don't want none of that bad juju. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just kind of calling a little bit of bullshit here.
You have people that like it's supposedly
respectfully
the river that she did it in was the Rio
Grande,
whatever. And like on certain nights, you can hear the crying, and like if you see her, you're gonna die or something. I mean, there's so many different variations, but
it's just marketing.
I mean, well, there's just
White's crying.
There's. Hey, extra lubrication, my guy. No.
He's crying because he's so sensitive about it.
So, I remember, like, going up to guys, come on.
Sorry.
God.
Mark's a professional one all of a sudden.
So, my family lives up in Craig, right? And I remember, like, going up there as a kid. And there was so many, like, what would you call them? Like, folklore type shit or whatever.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, there was, like, Catman. And just all this shit or whatever.
Yeah.
But my brother like lives in this like modular house or whatever, and it was like right off of like the river, and or like a big ditch or something at least, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they would say that they had like their own like La Llorona type thing where it was like at night or like certain specific like seasons or whatever, they would just hear this lady crying.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, okay, like I understand the story, but like that was a specific example of like a certain time in a certain area.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, this is Craig America.
Yeah.
I was like, that's just like a cow or something. Like,
well, okay, so like they were in a mountainous area though, correct?
no, it's very like Craig's. I don't know.
I've never really been to Craig.
It's
Well, I guess I've
probably
been to
like
Craig.
Junction.
It's kind
I
of
guess.
it's like very. No.
It's flatter.
It's kind of like it's like a mix of
So
like
is
fruit
it,
and mac.
It's almost like on a
Like, there's a-
plateau.
Yeah, there's like a lot of like.
So
like
is it on top
farm
of the hill?
shit?
Is it on top of the hill or is it in the hill? I think I've
It's
been
not
to
even
Craig.
that.
It's like it's a town. Like it's not.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
hard to
so,
explain.
so there's really no mountain. So what I'm getting
It's a
at here is
shithole.
we can't put this on mountain lions and heat is what I'm getting at.
No,
Okay.
God no.
Right.
But they said like there's like, oh yeah, there's the folklore of this lady who drowned her kids or some shit. I'm like, bro, like you're just ripping off.
Well, I still can't get over him saying you're beating off and crying.
Sometimes you gotta make it known. Sadness. Hey, it's not bad to talk about your sadness. All right.
Mark is like,
Get
I
it
thought
out.
the headphones were in, but it's not.
No, but you know, I
He just
don't
walked
know.
in, he's beating off to Shrek.
It's all ogre now. It's all ogre now.
But I don't think it matters where it happened at. I think that it has to just be near a body of water, and it has to. It's, from what I understand, the folklore also feeds on the fear of.
Oh sure.
Because I think it's the man that's in danger
Oh,
typically
okay.
because she was so vengeful towards her husband.
Yeah,
That's
true.
why she killed her kid.
True.
So I don't think it. According to the folklore, it doesn't matter where it took place. It's just literally a man in a similar situation could be in danger. Could be
Wow.
very
I
susceptible
see.
to it.
Yeah.
Well, it's like one of those things. Like if you hear it, like leave. Technically, type
Well, yeah,
thing or
it's almost
whatever,
like a Bloody Mary, the
like-
mirror
like- oh,
thing where
okay.
you're looking at. Yeah, it can be any mirror. You know.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And Myles
Gotcha.
absolutely loves mirrors. So.
Yeah. Dude,
I
that shit was.
fucking hate mirrors.
I don't know if you guys ever did that shit when you were kids.
Oh, absolutely.
And we definitely did.
Oh, yeah,
And
definitely.
you know, your little kid mind just fucking scaring you.
Oh
for
yeah,
no
she
reason,
was in
you know?
front of you. You knew it.
Well, the thing is like the house I grew up in, we had like a mirror kind of like in this bathroom right here, you know?
Mhm.
It was like just the whole fucking
I fucking
wall.
hate your bathroom right here.
The whole fucking wall, dude. So like it's not like you can like look away from the mirror. Like you're staring at a whole fucking wall of mirror. You know what I mean?
No, I fucking hate this bathroom, dude.
It's crazy.
I feel like I'm walking next to an alternate dimension and something's just like, it's good.
It is.
You know, I'm like,
On the other side of that mirror is my anus.
that is a whole dimension that has been ran through.
God damn. That was good. That was good.
Oh yeah, I opened myself up for that one.
Literally.
For being a parts guy, you sure do handle a lot of parts.
I do. Vehicular, private, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter to Matt.
It's all going somewhere, baby.
But yeah, like I said though, with the Llorona thing, it's not location. It's just
Oh,
like
okay.
literally,
Yeah.
it's just built on fear.
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
see, I remember I had a conversation with, I don't know, my cousin or some shit. I won't say any names. I don't talk about family a lot, but
But you can only use first names. It's okay.
but I had talked to her because she was like, she's religious and everything, and I remember like telling her like, oh, I watched fucking Ghost Adventures, I watched like Insidious, like all this scary shit or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
She's to the point where she doesn't even watch stuff like that. I'm pretty sure is what she was saying, because the moment like your mindset opens up like
To that
like
capability.
want to be interested in it is like when you start letting bad shit in,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, like
And-
yeah,
and that's
that's a belief.
You know what
That's
pisses
kind of
me
like my
off
thought.
is like in my mind and shit. Sorry,
No, you're
my
good.
mind and
You're good.
shit. Like,
You're done.
like I'm sorry, but like it just like I'll be dude. Like
No,
maybe,
I gotta let you get your thoughts out because
Like-
I,
it's like 2:00 in the morning. I go out there to take a piss and like I'm peeing and I'm like, there's nothing behind the shower curtain. There's nothing behind the shower curtain. Nothing behind the shower curtain.
Checks
And
behind
then,
the shower
and then,
curtain,
but my brain the whole time is like, there's somebody peeking over from the top.
dude.
And like
the only
every
reason
yeah.
Good
sees
stuff.
it.
Good
Yeah.
stuff, bro.
The only reason Myles sees it because he pees sitting down. Go ahead.
Oh, fuck up. No, I literally piss. Sometimes I'll piss with the door open and all the lights on, and I piss still looking straight
Yeah.
up. Like, I'm like, I'll piss. Even with it open, I'm like,
He's been pissing on his foot for 10
like, pissing in the trash can and stuff, dude. Like, no, I'll piss, and like I hate my hallway because it's just like a pitch black hallway,
Yeah.
dude. And then, like, we have the laundry room right there off to the
Mhm.
right, and then when the swamp cooler turns on, it just rattles
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit. So I'll be like,
And it
peeing.
always hits at a certain time
I
and
know.
scares the fuck out
I'm
of
like
you.
pissing.
Mhm.
I'll be like, this happened like a couple nights ago. I was sitting there pissing with the door open, and like it kicked on. I was like, I was like, fuck. I I was getting ready to fight with my dick out, dude.
You are timid as shit, man, isn't he?
Yeah, but that goes back to like what I was trying to say earlier about like how I don't believe that it's just people.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, the moment that, well, because I don't, it's harder for me to believe that somebody would just be fucking with you.
Yeah.
Rather than like a bigger spiritual being or something, you know what I mean?
I wrote, like, oh, dude.
Like the whole, what are those, like the ones that are like a poltergeist? Like that fucking makes sense. Like somebody's pissed off or like a bigger being or whatever. Like I don't see.
And like Japanese in that Japanese forest, they call them yuris.
Like I don't see why grandma would just.
Urei or some shit. You know? Vengeful spirits.
Yeah. Or lost ones. That's where I come in. Where it's like, it's either like a lost person or like lost soul who doesn't, or like you said, is like stuck or like doesn't realize they're dead or something.
Right.
Or it's somebody who's like got fucked up with some shit. You know what I mean? And like they are vengeful or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, one of my most horrifying experiences ever, and this is why I truly, this is when like my fucking nightmares and shit fully started kicking off. All right, so like I didn't find this out until way later, but like down in the basement where I used to sleep in buildings, when my mom and shit and everybody lived up in this duplex. It was a 3-story duplex, and I stayed in the basement. And I remember when I gamed a lot. Like Reed and I were in a clan, we gamed, and I was playing Black Ops 2, and I was sitting in I had this big ass couch, right, and I was sitting catty corner, and I was sitting kind of like right in the center, playing Xbox, and I had this huge opening behind me, like I'm talking like double the size of this room, like behind me, okay, and like think about it, just big basement storage space, okay. Yeah. And so I had this.
Just know there's something fucking lurking.
Well, no, it never bugged me. It never fucking bugged me. But out of the corner of my eye, okay, to the left would have been the boiler room. Straight ahead was the bathroom, and to the right was the spare bedroom / office. I never slept in there. I, for whatever reason, just never felt comfortable in there. Come to find out, my mom, my aunt, and my sister all played with a Ouija board in there. Well, I'm sitting here playing fucking Xbox, and out of the corner of my eye, something runs from the fucking boiler room into the bathroom, and I fucking dude, all of my hair is standing up right now because I immediately fucking was, what the fuck? And I jumped into the back corner, flicked on the light behind me, and I just saw a silhouette of somebody in the fucking bathroom. It scared the fuck out of me. Okay. And I'm sitting here talking to Reed, and everyone quieted down in the fucking headset and was like, dude, I'm fucking staring at somebody standing in my bathroom right now. And it fucking ducks back out of fucking view and then never came out of the bathroom, right?
No.
3 days later is my birthday, okay?
Burn that fucking building down.
Yep.
A few days later is my birthday, okay? But I see this, later that night, I saw it zoom into the room, okay? And I was like, definitely not sleeping in that fucking room anymore. So
how scared he is, bro.
Oh, dude,
no, he's wigging out.
Dude, my heart is racing. I'm getting hot, but I'm in the bathroom on the day of my birthday. My sister's out shopping for me. My aunt's out shopping for me. My mom's gone. Okay, somebody shut the fucking lights off while I was in the bathroom by myself.
Oh,
and I was like, "Hey, fucking turn that back on." Light comes on a couple seconds later. It felt like a fucking eternity.
Sure.
But a couple seconds later, the light comes back on. Right. I never heard the bathroom door open or close. Bathroom door was locked when I got out of the shower. Nobody was fucking home. I called everybody, and everybody was minimum 30 minutes away from me.
And just so you know, because you said it, I believe you because I know you. I just don't experience it. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not. See, when I hear that,
dude,
I believe it could be.
I literally have sweat on my back right now, dude.
Well, we will end it here because we're running out of time. But guys, thank you. We'll do this again soon. And I am outro.
Later, guys.
That's what I mean.